Bill arrived at Scabpicton after about 3 days' riding. It was a large, wealthy town with a wall built around it and a strong little castle. As Bill approached the entrance to the town, a gate guard stopped him with these words. "Who goes there?" "William, Prince of Pussbubble. What business have you in Scabpicton?" "My business is with the dragon Mobilioth." "The dragon is not within these walls, fair prince." "I require lodging for the night, and I wish to speak to your lord." "Lord Crustington will receive a prince. You may enter. To get to the castle, take the market lane, then at the crossroads take the blacksmith's road. At the corner, turn left onto Miller's Lane. When you reach the tavern called the Vomit Inn, turn right and there will be a drawbridge. If you tell them Fred sent you, they should let you in." "Okay, Market Lane, blacksmith at the crossroads, left to Miller, right at the Vomit Inn, Fred sent me." "No, did I say Fred sent you? I said they would let you in if you said so. Fred didn't send you. Fred's off duty. Tom sent you." Bill took the market road, changed to blacksmith at the crossroads, changed to Miller, turned at the Vomit Inn, and told the castle guard that Tom sent him. He entered and was escorted to the lord. Lord Crustington was a short, hairy man with a long, drooping yellow moustache. "Are you serious? You, Prince William of Pussbubble, will slay the dragon Mobilioth? Do you know what you are doing?" "My lord, I have a plan." "If you but knew how many have said that before you, and what became of all them, I'll tell you, they are all burnt stains and piles of ashes out in the fields. When I think of just how many a valiant knight has fallen to that evil man-eater, my lord, you are trying to scare me for my own good. It is not necessary. My plan will succeed if you will grant me your assistance." "What do you need of me?" "I need access to your cellar and to your stables." "I would give you all my horses to prevent another knight of valor being slain." "I need not horses, only several donkeys, which I will return." "Go then. Tell my steward what you require." Bill left a little before daybreak the next morning, heading towards the Black Swamp, home of Mobilioth. The Black Swamp was full of poisonous snakes and strewn with the gnawed bones of the dragon's victims. The trees were all very tall and old, with black leaves and gnarled trunks. When the wind whispered through them, is made the sound of a ghostly voice calling into the night, for in this place it always seemed to be night, or at least twilight. The place was full of eerie sounds. The winding path was treacherous, with many potholes and sharp turns. There seemed to be no animal, other than the occasional snake. The dragon seemed to give the hospitality of his lair to those of his kind. Never mention it to a dragon, but they are indeed related to snakes, hence the old word for dragon, worm. In spite of all this, Bill was excited, almost happy, marching like a caravan behind his sow, which he had not exchanged for a horse at the stables, as the stable master was for some reason mortified of pigs. Besides, he had grown rather attached to the thing, where 13 donkeys, each carrying several large barrels. To find the dragon, he had merely to follow the trail of bones. Eventually he came to an open field, in the center of which was a large cave leading underground, from the mouth of which was coming great clouds of smoke. He drew out his hunting horn and sounded a challenge. The earth shook as out of the cave mouth came a dragon so huge that he could have easily ate Bill and his sow in one snap of his jaws. His scales were fiery crimson, and his eyes shone with rage and bloodlust. "I am Mobilioth. Who would challenge me?" the beast said, in a voice like nails on slate. "It is I, William of Pussbubble," Bill shouted with defiance. "Then, foolhardy knight, prepare to meet your maker." "Of course, but let us first have a drink." "I am not opposed to drinking you before I eat you. Bring out your ale." Bill proceeded to remove a barrel from one of the donkeys. He opened it and took out a large mug in which he had cut a hole in the bottom and pretended to fill it and drink. The dragon dipped his head into the barrel and slurped up its contents. "Let's have another," said Bill in a faked drunken manner. "I'll humor you this once more," rumbled the dragon. Bill again pretended to drink, and the dragon got the contents of the barrel. They proceeded in this fashion until the last barrel was gone. By that time the dragon was heartily plastered. "I'm ready now, let's fight," said Bill, feigning drunkenness. "I don't want to fight you now that I have drunk with you," said the dragon, to Bill's dismay. It then took wing and said, "I had best be leaving now." The reader has no doubt guessed that it was Bill's plan to get the dragon drunk, as it would be then easy to kill. So when it didn't want to fight him, his whole plan fell apart. He was very relieved when it collided with a tall mountain in its drunken flight, sending it plummeting to its death. In ecstasy, he rushed over to the corpse and severed a claw as proof of his victory. The goal of his quest was now accomplished, but his adventure was far from over. As it was dark and the city gates of Scabpicton would be closed, Bill made camp where he was and slept out in the open that night. He set the donkeys loose, knowing that they would return home, and to one of them he attached this note. "Stablemaster, my thanks for the loan of the donkeys. Please give this to Lord Crustington. Lord, I have dealt with the dragon. It will trouble you no more. As the city gates would be closed at this hour, I have resolved to make camp elsewhere. I remain yours truly, William of Pussbubble."
So as you may have seen from a recent teaser, we've got an exciting new fantasy series coming up with a hero that does not triumph by cunning so much as he does by hitting things really, really hard. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Before that, of course, we've got to wrap up Irene Idsley next week, and then we'll dive into the sword and sorcery. So in the meantime, I want to say a huge thank you to all of the amazing people whose names you can see on the screen right now. Particular thanks to Andre D., Bananafish, Metamorph, Michael Fattori, Wathgwin, and Zanazira. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for being you.